Hey Leo, welcome to my channel. Before we begin, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So let's get started. The purpose of this video is to get some messages for Leo from your spirit guides, from your angels, spirit, universe, fairies, whatever you believe in that's out there that could have some messages waiting for you. So let's start. So we have 3 faces of cards here. Oops, it's actually backwards. So I'm just going to take a look at them, see what we might have. Oh, actually, okay, so I've actually meant to shuffle 3, but I think I accidentally ended up shuffling 4, but that's fine. I mean, maybe that was for a reason, so let's have a look. So here we have the Two of Wands, we have the King of coins, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of coins, and then we have an element of which is fire. So I'm seeing that currently you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of options that you're playing with when it comes to some kind of financial endeavor, whether it be new job opportunities, new ideas for maybe like side hustle, or some kind of skill when it comes, like a skill or craft that you're honing when it comes to building your finances. There's been a lot of progress here and you are completely on fire. I mean, as a Leo, you're already a fire sign. Here's fire once again. However, I'm seeing that you're really, like, the Leo in you is really shining, especially when it comes to building this skill or this craft, when it comes to, that's involved with your career or building your finances. You are totally on fire right now. I think the message here is don't stop. Take advantage of the momentum as it's happening because, once again, yeah, I mean, you're trailblazing right now when it comes to honing this craft, whatever it might be. Take advantage of the fire. Okay, so let's move on to the next phase of cards to see if maybe we can shed some more depth or some more insight. Okay, so we have the Knight of Leaves, we have the Queen of Bells, and then we have the Page of Hearts. So what I'm seeing here is that I think ultimately, if you really want to get in depth, the reason why you're kind of getting into honing this new craft, and like there's a lot of fire here, you're basically throwing yourself into this financial sort of creative, passionate endeavor because of maybe something that's going on inside that you may not realize in your subconscious, where you feel like you're putting some walls up. I think maybe you feel a little maybe disappointment or hurt concerning something subconsciously, and I think that's why you're throwing yourself into this craft, like honing your craft, your sort of career endeavors. I mean, that's not a bad thing, though. That's not a bad way to distract yourself, but it is a form of distraction. You really are, I think, really putting forth your financial sort of ideas. Basically, your mind is all about money right now. Like, you have your mind on your money. It's literally on fire when it comes to that area. But I do see, once again, putting walls up. There's some disappointment. There's some kind of something deep down inside, I think, subconsciously, where you feel a little bit hurt about something, and that's why you're putting walls up. And I think maybe it's a way of compensating is by throwing yourself into this sort of financial creative endeavor where you're really trailblazing and really, really honing your craft. Really making progress, excellent progress. So, it's kind of funny, but if this is the way that you recover yourself from, either heartbreak or feeling a little bit hurt or disappointed about something, then it's almost like a positive. It's not positive that you're hurt or disappointed, obviously, inside, but it is definitely a positive coping mechanism here. Clearly, because you're on fire right now, you're making like serious progress in sort of like your career, creative passions, like that department, and, building. And that's going to be ultimately the way that you make progress in your financial in the financial department of your life. So that's awesome. But yeah, if you want to get back down to, like deep down, I think you're feeling a little hurt. You're feeling a little bit of disappointment when it comes to matters of the heart. Here we have the Page of Hearts. So you're feeling, like your confidence is a bit shot. You're feeling disappointed. You're feeling hurt. And that's why I think you're using this coping mechanism, very positive coping mechanism, very fruitful, very productive. However, I think the message here is that deep down you are a bit hurt, and maybe you might want to sort of sit down with yourself to deal with that. I think it's really great that you're being really productive and really creative and really honing your craft right now when it comes to your trade or your skills or your career. But at the same time, I think, one day that's going to have to sort of come to a slowing down. And once that stops, I think that's when you're going to have to face the music, I guess. Face the reality that you're feeling a lot of disappointment, I think, with something when it comes to emotional matters. This may not be necessarily love. It could be family, friends, something to do with something in your heart. You're definitely feeling a bit of disappointment here, whether maybe you realize it or not. Could be in your subconscious. So let's move on to the last phase of cards to see if maybe we can shed some insight, give some advice if there's any. So here I'm seeing the bear, the tower, in the garden. So you are really sort of slowly moving right now when it comes to, I think when it comes to your career ideas, creative endeavors, you're like lightning fast. You're like trailblazing on fire. When it comes to deep down in your subconscious and your emotions, you're moving very slowly. I think you're maybe just coming to terms with the fact that you may be a bit disappointed. Like here we have the tower. So you're putting walls up. You're putting emotional walls up due to some kind of disappointment. But I think ultimately, when you really face the big picture that you are a little disappointed in something emotionally is misaligned, like you feel a little bit disappointed or hurt with something when it comes to emotionally, like your emotional state. But once you come to terms with that, once you come to grips with that and face it head on and really resolve that sometime in the future, I see that it's going to be a very happy time for you. Like you're going to be very social. So the garden represents like abundance, prosperity when it comes to like social events, activities. You're going to be out and about and having fun once again, once you come to terms with that sort of, emotional disappointment or something, whatever reason it was that you felt like you needed to build these walls up, even though you are really on fire right now when it comes to creative endeavors and personal projects, honing your craft, like you are dealing with it in a very productive way, I must say. But the future looks very bright, looks very, very full of activity, so that's great. So that's all I have for Leo. Like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me. And the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was insightful. I hope this was entertaining in some way. I'll see you later, Leo. Bye.